YouTube. Yeah. Hey Daniel! I was trying to work out how to play Jimi Hendrix Fire there, but I've not heard it for years. Never mind trying to ever learn how to play it. So I was playing I'm the god of hellfire, and I bring you fire to take you to burn. Fire, all you return. Like a little girl in the middle of your little world. Don't you find you know you've been so far behind. How you turn it all the time. How you turn. Oh. Something ends in G minor. Fire, and take you to burn. Fire. It's going to burn. Oh, you know you've been so far behind. Oh, you know, oh, you turn behind. Ooh. Fire, take you to burn. Fire, to follow your turn. You're gonna burn. You're gonna burn. You're gonna burn. Burn, 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 burn. Fire! Take you to burn. Fire! Yeah, so that's what I did last night. Hey, how's it? I was concentrating a wee bit there. Hey, John. Hey, J-Packs. Just in for the shops. Can't take it with you sounding like that. Hey. Hey, Alex. I'm good. How's it going? Is the answer to playing hard rock on a Strat Rat? In this case, it is, yes. Actually, hey, Jakey Blues. Actually, I've been playing using the Super Duper amp. It's like I've kind of given up. The last month, you've been noticing I've not been playing this guitar all the time. I've been trying to fix up other ones and playing much more expensive guitars that are much better. I like this one, easy because it's crap. I don't know. And see, now I've got this. I mean, this is almost a competition strikes moment. It's like now, it's like, oh, what kind of guitar is that? It's still the cheapest Strat you can buy in the universe. Well, yeah, it was basically free. So. Hey, you're coming to a mission. Yeah, so I sat playing along with that last night. It's so hard. See that bit where it goes... Because he cheats. Because Vincent Price. No, Vincent Crane, not Vincent Price. He doubles the same bit again, so it's not like a... It's like... He kind of goes diddle diddle and plays... He doubles and trebles on doing the same wee diddly bit, so it's kind of like... It's just to get the end of it, somehow it ends in... Playing guitar doesn't... Well, there you go, Blacktooth. The problem is it kind of does matter to me more than quite a lot of the other ones. Ones that are worth more money, but yeah, totally. I mean, I did... Well, JPAC's number 1, whatever it is. The Strat, I was enjoying this, playing so much in the kitchen that I just put the same thing in it, like basically this bolt that holds the amp to stop it wobbling, and I took it out, and I was just taking it out to the car, and I hit it off the door, and it was like, that's the first time I'd ever hit, because it's got like a Japanese Fender neck on it, whereas I have hit this off the door, but I don't even notice it. It's like it doesn't matter. It was a mistake. It was, if you mean the one at the start, it was Fire by the Crazy World of Arthur Brown, who I went to see, or me and Jen went to see 2 weeks ago, was it? I've seen him a couple of times in the early 2000s. He's amazing. He's one of my heroes, is Arthur Brown, totally. He's like 82 or 83 or something just now as well. So when you get the chance, go. It's just really weird, see... thinking about guitar a slightly different way because it's a keyboard all the way through it, so you've got to... It needs the high string. It's like I've tried doing it every other way, but you have to go... Then you've got to get the dun, dun. So you got to let that ring. But somehow try and hit the high string harder. It's difficult. But very satisfying. Also being in whatever key it's in, F. Minor or major, don't know. Neither did Vincent Crane. But I should have got that. It was only half an hour ago I worked out the bit where it goes over that. The diddle because I've tried to play Atomic Rooster stuff before, and because it's a keyboard, it's the same thing again. It's the same thing, but the arpeggios are different because it's done on a keyboard. So on a keyboard, it's just like there's patterns, you know what I mean? And so they're odd patterns because they're not as easy to do patterns on the guitar. Or it's a very similar arpeggio, but in a slightly different order, voiced differently because a guitar. Good. Purple Sparkle Westfield Strat. Yeah, perfect Blacktooth. Yeah, totally. It's purple though, makes it good. Have you put competition stripes on it yet? That was the deal for this one. This was going to get given to wee Jacob, who I went to download with, and then basically as soon as I put the competition stripes on it and it was sounding really good, it was like, I'll just keep it. I'll make him another one for next year. Oh, Blacktooth, what you want is this type of bolt. I randomly found it in one of Jen's toolboxes, and it's like, see, it's like a hexagonal. It actually slots into the back of the wee clippy in amp thing, and it totally, well, you could put a wee bit of Velcro or something, a wee bit of sponge or something just to make it completely rock solid, but it doesn't rattle about. Arthur Brown's amazing. Yeah, fantastic. How did I make the stripes? I did a video there, Mr. Whitesnake. It was glowing. They're glow in the dark as well. So if I turn the lights on, is it dark enough? There you go. They're sort of glowing in the dark. Yeah, just put it on. Hope for the best. The way to do it, because I've tried to do it before on expensive guitars, is do it on a really cheap guitar, then you'll get it right first time. Whereas if you do it on an expensive guitar, you'll be like, oh no, is it right? Oh, I don't know. I've never doubted this one. It doesn't actually follow the contour of that. I thought that's what I tried to do in the red one. It's like it doesn't follow that contour, but somehow it's at the correct angle. Maybe just not thinking about it's the way to do it. It's just in this Strat gravy boat thing. Aye. I mean, obviously, this one doesn't have the gravy boat thing. I think maybe I must just rock about it too much there. Although the thing that I do notice with the coming out that way is it's not really pointing at you. It's kind of pointing that way. So it's actually louder for someone listening to you, which is nice. So just sing louder. No, I think it just comes down to what's the best guitar. I was talking to you guy to download with the other morning. Oh, so what's your best guitar? And it's like, well, to be honest, the best guitar's the one you play all the time, isn't it? If you've got a Gibson Les Paul that sits on the wall and in the last 3 months you've played the Epiphone one more, the Epiphone's better. By that theory, this is the best guitar I've got. Yeah. Yeah, well said, Mr. Whitestick. I didn't want to say it out loud either. Yeah, you know, it's like it doesn't need it. Although I did actually, I did on the J-Pax one when I put the thing on the front and the bolt to hold it. There's also got the I don't know if it's called a gravy. What do you normally call it? That's not the right. Now that you said gravy boat, it's like, what is it you normally ash? It's not an ashtray. The thing that's missing. I stole it from something for something else. Do you ever listen new great music? Apparently there's great music regardless of time. I've heard this, but I've not heard any of it. I don't know. Sometimes you get. What was I ended up watching the other night? It was is it Dimmu Borgir or something like that? But it was like I didn't realise. I sort of recognised the name, but it was like two beardy stoners in a forest, and it's a bongus, so it's like bong in it. And it's really funny. Yeah, too shape-like. Don't know anything about no gravy boats. I don't know. I mean, to be honest, Vic 86, I don't really listen to that much music at all. I just feel I've not all the stuff I've heard and I love. I've not listened to enough. And it's kind of I play the guitar more now. I mean, occasionally, last night we tried to play Fire and just working it out. To be honest, I think I might have worked out bits of it before, but never enough. It's great when you actually get to a point where you actually, which you get again. Blacktooth, you'll agree with this. See, because you've got the wee plug-in amp thing, you're trying to do the whole band and the guitars, a one-man band thing. Whereas if I'm sitting here playing along with the studio, playing to a guitar app, you have to go, that's the guitar part, but there's bass and other stuff to go on it. And it's like, no, this you've got to try and do everything on this, so you end up covering things. It's great. But it does clean too. But the difference of taking these things on a backpack as well, or just generally carrying it about, and it's amazing because it weighs absolutely nothing. It doesn't dent. These weren't my dents. There you go. 13 minutes in, and I've not started drinking my bucky yet. Maybe I'll just not bother drinking it tonight. I was going to set up for Amp Wales that Malco's secret guitar group thing. He sent a picture or something. I just saw it just before I came through and hit record. I was a wee bit late. What do you watch on YouTube? Well, this is a good topical question. Let me start my bucky. So, not mentioning bikes, but I've obviously looked up some, so I got bored of a guy called the Bike Farmer who fixed bikes. It was one of those, was it Mr. White's ADSMR or whatever? No, that's an envelope filter. You know what I mean? Whatever that ASMR. Nope. Advance, attack, sustain, decay, and release. And he was fixing bikes, so I watched that 10 of his videos, and then that's gone. So yeah, I just get to a point where don't show me anymore. It's Loney. I've just been asked what I've been watching on YouTube. Currently, I'm watching a guy who, in America, he's got like a really big, it looks a wee bit like a really skinny David Coulthard. He's got the jaw, the box jaw, and I watched a few. He was down a mine in, like, is it Death Valley in the Virginia mountains or the Appalachians or something like that. And it turned, after watching half a dozen of his videos, I saw his first one. He bought a ghost town where there used to be like a silver mine like 100 years ago. And so I've been watching that. I'm kind of a bit bored, but it's kind of a bit mad the way he's just like, obviously, you know, he doesn't die because he's in at the end of the video. But the actual Fender name in their first technical manual calls it Jack Ferrell, if anyone is actually interested in the artistic details. No, I'm trying to think of what I would normally call it. Maybe it is a gravy boat. I think have you just added I think you've added the gravy there. Mr. Blacktooth, I think you've added the gravy. I think it's just called a boat input. Is it just a boat input? I don't know. DC. What's DC? Man, Auto Shenanigans. I've been watching TDC and Auto Alex for cars a wee bit. I did agree with it. Yeah, well, totally, man. Blacktooth, you know what I mean? It's like in the front, embellishing things. I had a white base you were showing me. That's probably my Dream 80s base. Do you want to buy you want to buy your Dream 80s base? I took it into the studio, did a live stream on JPAX's Facebook page on it, and it sounded phenomenal. It's amazing to play. It does not look right in a 1970 era Black Sabbath band. I really need to sort out what bass I'm playing in that band, because I really should be. I mean, Geezer Butler just plays a brown P bass, and I kind of don't want to just play a brown P bass. And my this one, I mean, fucking awesome bass that it is. Absolutely love it. I wouldn't change anything about it, apart from the fact I would make it look less like I made it myself. And I don't know if you can. It doesn't really look that bad there, but see when the big lights shine off it, you can really see its scabbiness. You know, it's like it's like completely not shiny, so it does look a bit shit. So PM me if you want to buy that. Oh, some skin. Yeah. Hey Dave, I'll check your email in the box as soon as I've done this. Yep. Yes, but I think there's a legal requirement for the AI stuff to say AI, and the bit, see what it says, it's got the title of the video just before it's got the description. I think it's got to have an AI thing on it if it's used AI. But no. Auto Shenanigans. Oh. It's like, yeah, I've been watching it, and the thing is, what I really noticed was it last. I watched about half a dozen videos. I know. Yes, I know. It's totally watch it. Yeah. And the guy is almost apologetic. It's almost like, I'm sorry, you're watching a 10-minute video of me talking about this motorway junction that was here in the 60s and isn't here anymore because they put a bypass in. It's really, really boring, but here we are at this bit, and then it's like pure clip. I went over and looked at, here it is from the other side. He's like, well, I'm really sorry, but thanks for watching. It's like, the opposite, like, well, you're watching it, you know. I mean, it's like, stop making me do this. But yeah, no, I do quite like it. Even down to watching some, like, just in other parts of the country you've never been to. Yeah. Oh, right. a shame it was meant to be. But if you're not an expert, probably the ones that, yeah, I know. I got the one where it was like, you know, it's almost like someone's gone, right, I want to do the history of, do a video about the Doors album, LA Women. I want this American voice to do it, and I want it to be 10 minutes long. Go. Might come back in 20 minutes. There you go. All right, cool. Put it on YouTube on my channel, that kind of thing. And it's just like, it's always, it kind of can catch you up to the point where they say the wrong word when they pronounce bass instead of bass. Do you know what I mean? And they keep doing it. And it's like, no. I wound up, the guy now is for hanging around at a well-known, at a well, sorry, I thought it says hanging about at a well. I don't know. I mean, Mr. Whitesnake's the only person I would know where any dogging spots are. I know some good places that would be probably good for it, but then again, maybe they are good for it. There's a wee car park at, what's it called? Queen of the Canals. Aye. You could score off one of the letters there and probably be a perfect name for it. Just at the bottom of that big Roman head. Yeah, totally. I mean, yeah, but it's on the other side of the canal as well. And it's like, so basically, if the police do come, you could just jump in and swim across the canal. You'd be fine. It's tough for you to get a high gloss finish. I know. Gloss, it's really annoying, isn't it? I mean, Jen can do it with the spray paint, but it's like 2 whole cans, and even then she's sanding it and thinging it, and it just takes forever. It's not fun. The thought of painting a guitar another colour, that's how I kind of got round it with before I did the Bucky Casters, I did other stupid ones, but it was stupid. It's like, no, I'm not going to paint a guitar yellow, so it was all just fluorescent and intentionally shit looking, because there's no way you can get it to look like it's. I've seen people, Scott used to claim that I was like, have you spent long enough polishing it? I was like, you couldn't tell this is a rattle can. It's like, totally can. Immediately, as soon as you picked it up, I could see from over the other side of the room it's not. And it's like, yeah, I mean, you've polished it, but it doesn't look like it's fucking a factory finish. Even less talented folk, well, that's it. To be honest, I've not seen that much of it recently. I wonder if they put something out that you just got to have some sort of life. No, I mean that Demis Bongus, or whatever they were called. I should probably, if I was technologically adept a bit, probably before I started drinking, I could put it up and we could watch it. They've only got like 5,000 subs, and they're kind of piss take band. It's just 2 30-year-old stoners out in the woods filming it with a phone sort of thing, but it's fucking really funny. And it's was it we smoke our weed for Satan. Yeah, and shit like that. But it's, and the first comment on the post was like, up here, it's good to see the kids not just sitting on their phones and getting out at the weekend doing something constructive. I mean, it's just them just standing there smoking big joints and like with a Casio keyboard and a guitar that looks like this. Took me 18 coats of lacquer and sand to get a gloss finish on the one guitar I painted. The fumes that came off the spray didn't help either. Satin finish. Yeah, I mean, there's things, it's like, see, the elements of building the guitar, I love the idea of it, like, but so that was like, the concept of that was standing smoking a fag in the kitchen out the back window, and then going, wouldn't it be cool if you had like a sort of bit like a Burns thing, and then I looked and I had a warped scratch plate, you're never going to use for anything. I've got a pile of warped scratch plates like that. I was like, sort of hanging on, and it's like, oh, I'm going to cut that out. And I tried to cut it off. It's like, that's obviously just that bit of the scratch plate there of another one. And then I kind of designed it, and I was like, you're just sitting there looking at it. And then it's like, up here, it's 11 o'clock at night. I can't really get the angle grinder out. So did it 10 o'clock in the morning, got the angle grinder out, built it, and I really enjoyed that. And it was like, pure, yeah. That, even though it was fucking most of the time was spent trying to sand it, see, because it's left-handed, or it's not left-handed, the black, white, black element of it was going that way rather than going that way, so I had to sand all that by hand. Took fucking ages, but I enjoyed doing that. Not so much enjoyment of just like fixing Here, the wires have come off my Strat. Okay, just putting them back on again. All right. I mean, I don't mind doing it. I don't do it that often, but you need to have a wee bit of something interesting to do. I find, even though that's completely pointless, I prefer doing that than, oh, because you fit push pulls. You know what I mean? Price of a Les Paul Custom at a watch. Are you being sensible, or are these brand new watches? Is this the one where you can justify it to yourself by going, well, I did pay $5,000 for a watch, but they sell for $7,000? Or is it just I don't know. I suppose, I mean, the advantages of watches is you can be buried with them. You know what I mean? You can be buried with one guitar, but you're not taking that pile. You know what I mean? Your Westtone Spectrum and somebody else's old project. Did the old project person take off all the poly before they painted it? Or, because I've painted Westtones before and see I'm not looking, the super thick Japanese poly. See, if you just polish that bastard, you can get it back to being, it just takes off all the paint and the undercoat's still there. I'm thinking of doing that with my black my Tony the Tiger Hondo. Sell that. And an Alvarez acoustic. There's a clear coat so thick it looked like a glass shell. Didn't dare play it, so I sold it. Was it that fit? I don't know. I mean, I get that, I suppose. I've got the thing is, like, if I've got a guitar that I think was worth too much money, the reason I don't really have any Squire Classic vibes in like that is not because they're not good, it's because anyone I've had, I've gone, I'll get 250 quid for that. But as a guitar like this, I wouldn't. I wouldn't get 100 quid for it, you know what I mean? Well, even in good condition without all the bits chunked out it. So I just laugh at that slowly, but yeah, okay. Watch is the watch. I mean, it's the sort of thing that, I mean, if you were to try and pay off, I don't know, the cartel or something like that, or if you really, really needed to get someone killed, I'll give you, you know, if you're talking about hiring a hitman, I'm not monetized. Thanks for everyone noticing that there's no adverts. Yeah, I'll just pay for this one instead of getting my £2.30, whatever it normally gets. I've sidetrack now. What were we talking about? Yeah, if you need to hire a hitman, you could probably give him 4, you know, couple of grand watches like that. He'd probably maybe take that rather than I'll give you 4 Les Pauls. Like, well, you can't really put that in a suitcase or like keep it in my pocket. So yeah, sure, keep your options open. I like it. Who cares what it looks like as long as you enjoy playing it? I don't know, but the thing is, one of the reasons I enjoy playing it is because it's got the competition stripes and the extra bit of scratch plate, and I think it looks cool as fuck. So who cares if it is good, as long as it is good. I wish I could sell off all my gear. I know the thing is, Victor, I get that, but it's just like, the thing is, I could sell it all off for what I bought it for, but you're sitting there going like, it would be, I don't want to do that. It'd be hard. And I feel that part of the reason I struggled when I was buying all this stuff, you know what I mean, I was not going without food, but eating shite food. You know what I mean? When I was in Milton Campsie, I lived on going to the wee co-op round the corner at 6:45 at night when they put the prices of the food right down to fuck all, and I was getting like, it was costing me £1 a day to eat that sort of shit. You know what I mean? To get guitars. So I just feel it's a bit of a waste to sell it for 100 quid, which is what I paid for it, even though it is, you know what I mean? Oh. Two Submariners. Requesting Matteo Mancuso, pole position. No idea what you're talking about there. How much do prawn shops? I like the way you put prawn in. I always like to it's either prawn. You either change it from pawn to or porn. So the prawn's the better one. Yeah, either way you put an R in it. Cheers, Joachim. How much do pawn shops pay for stuff? 10% value? I think it very much depends on how dodgy it looks, I suppose. I don't know, are all pawn shops just dodgy? I don't know. Try walking a major city at night with bling on display. Yeah, well, I don't walk about major cities at night. Competition, yeah, in the go fast competition. That is the competition, to play faster. It's always a competition from as soon as you pick up the guitar, it's the competition is play faster than speed by. That's a lovely story, Sloaney. Yeah, I think you should keep it just for that. I like that. Very good, yeah. Men in Minecraft, you could take care on some of £150. Places going mad. Wow, that's I think it was maybe always a little bit mad. I mean, 250, aye, totally, but 150, what's going on? I know, no, no, it's like, is that not, I was watching another thing on YouTube about, what's the country, is it Venezuela? No, whatever the country is, where they just put all gang members in this big mad jail and they just like shave them and treat them like monkeys. It's fucking disgusting. But they've just got like, they just literally, if you've got gang tattoos, you go into this jail for an indeterminate amount of time. There's like 100 folk on a bed and all that. It's fucking terrible. Aye. So I don't know what's going there. Hey, Steve Cassidy, how's it going? Hey, Andrew. Yes, I watched your video and going to Guitar. You never pointed out the guitar in the window. There was the two Bucky ones, but there was also one with a rat pedal in it. The fact your YouTube chapter, I'm translating stuff we're typing. I typed in Spanish. Well, there you go. Does that actually work? Well, I do occasionally get messages from folk in South America for some reason. They seem to pop in. Paisley for 2 crunches and a curly whirly, deep fried one, yeah, totally. That's alright, Steve. You did notice it's like, up here it's an HSS, but it's the wrong way around. That was the point. You get plenty of HSS strats, but no one ever puts the humbucker in the neck. That's what the Bucky casters are for. They're for doing stupid things that I kind of want to see what it looks like, kind of want to see what it sounds like, but don't want stuck with it. So paint it Bucky colours, move it on, and then try something stupid again. I don't think any of them have ever been even remotely similar to each other, and there's like 50 of them kicking about. There's actually one with a rat pedal in there that somebody fucking stopped me in the street, ordered it from me, wanted one for... He gave me a price, I basically built it for half the price that he wanted. He was excited, send him photos right up to the whatever Monday or Tuesday. There's up here, right, cool, come, here's my address, come and get it on Friday. No bother, I'll see you then. Never replied to anything. He's like, bastard. So people are bastards. Keep away from Paisley. I think these places are all alright as long as you go at certain times. I mean, how's it? When I'm out, not mentioning bikes, and having a wee jaunt, everywhere round about here is lovely. And it's like, yep, at 10 o'clock in the morning, yep. I don't know what it's like at night. Somebody told me it was because I schizophrenic at night. He lives above like the main street. I thought, that's schizophrenic. I was like, that seems lovely. That was a guy who asked me, he was like, where are you from? And I said, Kirky, as in Kirkintilloch, which is 4 or 5 miles away. Bit of a lie, I'm actually from Lenzie, but that's a bit posh. So, Kirky, the guy was like, up here, oh, my sister was on holiday in Istanbul. He was like, oh, it's really hot there. It's like, Kirky, not Turkey. He's like, all right. Okay. And then he continued, and his pal was pure choking on his pint. Classic. Put a battered Mars bar, we don't get them here. I got one. I can get one, honestly, if I've got the bike listed. I mentioned the bike again. If I walk 3 minutes away, you can get them, but they're fucking expensive. It was like, was it £4? I think it came with a wee tub ice cream though. But yeah, it does Mars bars, and it was like, it was pretty horrible. But yeah, Oh. Boo-doo-doo-doo. Boo-boo-doo-doo. Have you ever tried an SS? Yeah, well, Hendrix did, didn't he? He never used to get he didn't get neck and bridge and middle pickups. They were just single coil pickups. He managed to do quite well without his hum cancelling middle one as well. Yeah, what you'll find is generally if they're all the same kind of bridge pickup, it'll probably be a bit like back in the day. You kind of have the neck pickup a bit lower, the middle pickup at kind of middle height, and then the bridge pickup up really high because they were all the same pickup, and the string vibrates more here, so it makes more noise, so it's louder. And then so you want a more nowadays you get a more powerful pickup in the bridge and a weaker pickup in the neck. Well, you can put a bridge pickup in the neck, which I've done lots of times, but the problem is then you end with a pure mighty super monster of a neck pickup and your bridge pickup isn't as loud as it. Yeah. Yeah, no, I've heard some things in Greenock when I worked there for a year building a big shed just up the hill kind of from the main Morrison's, the main bit. And a lot of these places, the higher up the hill you go, sorry Alex, but you're up the hill and then across a field. That's different from just being up the hill. And a couple of weeks before I'd arrived, the security guard told me that there was a lollipop man up at the top of the hill who got, in the morning when he was working as a lollipop man, got beheaded and his head got kicked all the way down and into the Clyde. And it was like, well, he was like a dealer or something. Maybe I don't know if that's, or something. But I mean, that could have been, but I was like, Jesus, seemed all right. You know what I mean? Port Glasgow, yeah. Port Glasgow, I've done. Cost me 2 pints of lager to have someone heavy pay a guy retrieve the radiator install. Yeah. It's when it comes in with these things. Like, I don't know. He's kind of done that because it's funny a wee bit. Oh, keys that radiator back, dick. Like that. It's like, it's not a normal thing. Do you know what I mean? Maybe if he just owed you money or had done something normal, it's like, that's a bit boring. It's like that guy's just for the sheer oddity of the request. It's like, what you want me to go and pick up a radiator? Aye, fuck it, that sounds like fun. That'll be 2 pints, have one now and one when I get back with the radiator. Perfect. As bad as that, I don't know. I think a lot of it's to do with just your attitude, innit? If you're one of those people that just if someone says, walks past you, you what the fuck, if you're just going to do that, then you're going to get battered, but... Oh. What were all 7K? Oh, the pickups. All right, cool. Did I miss something there? 50 pence capacitor bridge pick will shift down the resonant peak. Fitting a plate like a telly. Oh, you mean like a metal plate on the back of it? I've done these things. It's kind of like, I don't know. There's an awful lot of. I'm annoyed that my favourite pickup I can no longer get. It's like these DiMarzio copies. I just think they found fine. It's not something that's like, if you want, sometimes it is worth it. I get it. If you've got a $2,000 guitar, so if the pickup breaks, you're not going to put an £8 one in it. I get it. I wouldn't do that either, but all you need. Have a wee look, just make sure you're using the right pots. It makes a huge difference. There's huger differences though. No matter this, although it sounds great with the wee fucking blah blah blah, the wee plug-in speaker, and also through the big amp. I don't know why I said amp. The big amp, yeah. And that's not really a big amp, that's a wee rolling cube. So I think this, if you were in the studio playing through like a 50 watt valve amp, a 4x12 cabinet, maybe it's not, maybe you're going to be able to tell the difference. You know what I mean? I noticed that with it. I put the wrong pots in that P bass, the Ibanez Roadster bass. I'd put 250k pots on it, and it sounded fine in the house. And as soon as it went in the studio, it was just like, no, something very wrong. Yeah. But I would always err on the side of 500s. 250s are if you want them to take away some of the brightness. So if your pickups are too shrill, but what's too shrill? It's easy to. I mean, shrill's the best. That's somebody phoning me. I can't answer. Hold on, I'll go. Turn it off on my phone. No. Don't know. Who would be phoning me? I'm kind of worried now that I've actually answered the phone. Oh, hold on. It's not like I'm pretty sure I don't have a hit out on me. Just wondering who it was. It's like Wayne dropped his phone and accidentally phoned everyone. That's all right then. Yeah. Good day from Arizona. What is that? What does the thing, the 7A thing mean? Is that something I don't know? Maria Madsen. Length of connecting wire changes resonant peak and least in something I read, but not that far along myself. It's a. It's you think about it. It's like, see, I mean, I always put thicker wire in when I'm wiring stuff, just because it's so much easier to work with. See that shit? It's like you got like 2 wee hairs. So you could argue that gives a better signal because it's got more strands. Yeah, but the wire that's going round the pickup is like a hair. So I have heard it making a big difference having shorter cables, as in this one. That's the reason that they're 18 feet. Is there's a magic number when you run the capacitance test. When you get to 18 feet, suddenly it starts to go up. So it's different. You don't really get leads that much longer than that. I don't know. You can take the magnets out of a pickup and magnetize the strings by sticking one to the bridge. It's an instant way to test ceramic versus Vico 2. Oh, that means WhatsApp, does it? Alright, okay, cool. I don't know. So you can watch this on WhatsApp as well? Technology. Yeah. The bag of trying one to the bridge. It's an instant way to test ceramic. I don't really know what you mean. I don't know. I mean, I don't spend. It's like the idea of doing this stuff up. I need to know, because of too much of the stuff, like, you know, your Tonewood stuff and all that is bullshit. That is really just makes it's the most important thing is your guitar set up well. But the problem is that doesn't make a lot of money and is not very interesting in magazines and on forums. So it's more interesting to talk about roasted maple and being stable and having stainless steel frets and all that. And ultimately, none of these things matter if the guitar's shit. You can end up with a guitar like this. This probably plays better than most of the guitars you could buy online just now. And I mean most, as in of the whole, right up to. So I don't know. It's just whether you like it or not, and it comes down to. I mean, I had, for example, DiMarzio noiseless stacked pickups. I've got one of them's a Yngwie Malmsteen model, and the other two were just earlier ones, or the ones that went with it, but not actually Yngwie, whatever it was. And I didn't. It just sounded dead. I had them in that the J-Pax #1 Strat, and it's like, to take the pillow off my amp. I mean, you could put them up really loud with the rat pedal and they didn't buzz, but I don't need that. I don't stand right in front of my amp. I'm not using tons of gain. I'm not gigging, so it's like I don't mind having the noise. I want the unfettered, no pillow in front of the speaker sound, like what that does. I mean, that guitar sounds so much better than those fucking pickups. All right, what's up? WhatsApp? Hi, it was a what? No, it was a messenger. What's up? WhatsApp? Is that the 2000 version of Bugs Bunny? It's like WhatsApp, Doc. Yeah, WhatsApp, TikTok. Taking a Paisley burst hit out, £150 and get you battered with a Mars bar. Yeah, well, they did that. What was that? Was it 2012 Doomsday? It's got Sean Pertwee in it, and it's like kind of like 28 days later, apart from it's set after the Holocaust or something. They end up going into George Square and they deep fry Sean Pertwee, because obviously they're Scottish Mad Max type people. I remember that film. Was that bad? I used to watch it again. I think I got it mixed up. There was two films that came out in 2012 called 2012. One of them was had the guy from High Fidelity in it, John Cusack. I don't really remember it. The other one was like a sort of British film or something. I don't know. Hey, I'm Wales. The thing about when you talk about your Paisley Telecaster, it's kind of almost, I don't know really. I did buy a Yamaha SE 150 in Paisley. But I should really buy a telly there. Just it's worth an extra 20 quid just because it's in Paisley. I've got a Paisley Telecaster and I was like, oh, that's white. I got it in Paisley, no. Yeah. People think the strings vibrate and interrupt the magnetic field, but it's the other way around. The magnets magnetise the strings and they affect the electrical field. I don't know. I don't know. I'm quite happy to wear cotton, but I don't know how it works. Well, the kind of way I was looking at it was, can you get Tim taking a Paisley bird out for 50p? I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty sure, like, in the 90s, you could take a bird out for 50p. You know what I mean? What would that be like? You know, it's like just a cornetto if it was hot. You know what I mean? Yeah. It is cool, innit? It took, you know, I'm not going to lie, it took me a couple of hours to do, but I think it looks cool. Just purely because it looks cool. It's a good point, Steve. Actually, yeah, I would actually say that he does. He would be a good call for. Yeah. Yeah, totally. He definitely would. I don't know if he's too old now. What was that? I don't know, how old did he get? Oh. I think you'd have to pay Blacktooth. No, they're no daft. I suppose it really depends on age, you know what I mean? For 50 pence, you know, I don't know. You're kind of at the two extremes, aren't you? I'll stop talking about that. Got the look of a guitar that's been around and had stuff added over the years. Kind of doesn't. It's just like, well, I just made it to look cool. It's because I've got the competition stripes and this bit, yeah. But it was already battered. There's no relicking by me apart from one guitar that I relicked. Decided I'm not relicking any more guitars. Anyone I've got that's got dents in it, there are dents in it. They were already there, or I dropped it afterwards. Oh, plug time tunes are sitting on the floor. Saturday the 5th of September 2026. Come see After the End. at the Classic Grand. With the Scorpions, Motor Headache, Blackmore's Blood. See, Richie Blackmore played Smoke in the Water with Deep Purple the other day. In 1990, you could buy fags, a box of matches, and a double decker. Wow. I remember fags being like, I remember them going up to £1.9 or something like that, but you could get like, oh, you're talking about John Player, would they be like Lambert and Butler? They were maybe 89p or something like that. No. Saturday the 5th of September. What's that? 3 weeks away. And I promise I won't be drunk this time until I've started talking to people. Before we went on. No, this Saturday the 5th of September 2026. Hey Alex, we were talking about you earlier on. Well, you and Greenock. Well, maybe you as in because you're in Greenock. The old lollipop man getting his head cut off story. That was quite much further down the hill from where you are. Going deaf. I was in the studio and we did a video. JPAC's broadcasters live on our just streamed us, and it was like, it was really uncomfortable. I've not been in for like 3 weeks, and I think it was just the volume. It sounded fine, but at the time it was pure. What the fuck? Just pure. I can't hear anything. It's just, but it's just like after a couple of songs, you go, oh, that's right. You can never hear anything. You just block out everything apart from the bit, the most important bit of the drums, the most important bit of the guitar, and then the rest is all just noise. It's great, yeah. There's a band on Facebook, but yes, we're called After the End. There's, I can't actually see. See? After the End, Disciples of Black Sabbath. With a glitter sticker. And if you come to the gig, you can have one of these glitter stickers, because I've got quite a lot of them, and I've been putting them on absolutely everything. So come to the gig and get them before I put them on absolutely everything. Yeah, I know. It was like last time when you bought me a cheeseburger as well, which was absolutely lovely, but I was steaming and getting rushed up the road to the guy who was going for a parking meter, and I still feel bad about it, so I'll buy you a cheeseburger this time, right? Oh, you're like looking for a PRS. I thought you were saying you were looking for a PRS. I think it's just over half price Mendes Guitar Store, or pay extra for distress. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, but where's the dink? Even at that point, I mean, if it's like the dink, if it's that one or that one, you know, that one's quite a big dink. But I mean, it's like, I suppose it depends how bad it is. You did say glitter sticker, not something rude. What? Gary glitter sticker? Yeah, you. I never didn't smoke when I was at school, but I do remember. I don't know if I remember. I think I remember there'd been 20 pence for 2 matches. To be honest, you got 2 matches. Looking at not getting them, honestly, getting it with these pairs. Harris is chunky and unmusical, you know, like bent steel saddles. I don't know. I don't know. They are nice, but it's like that whole thing. It gets very far away from what makes. And you know what it's like yourself, Blacktooth. You know, something like your Nitro Telecaster. That is like better than most guitars. Just look at it. Fuck it. It doesn't matter if it's like if you see 2 people, one of them's playing that and the other one's playing a PRS. Who's more impressive if they're good? It's like, well, who's cooler? Well, the guy with the Nitro Tele. I don't know. Wales is the second best wee country in the world, aren't Wales? Well, there you go. I think I always thought it did. Always have a mad camaraderie down at Download whenever there's Welsh people who have been shouting and stuff. I just go up here, yeah, and start joining and go, hey. It's like, great. It's just because everyone else is English. Not that we don't like English people, but if there's a big fight going on and there's a group of Welsh folk over there, I'm in the Welsh group. Like, you're right, how's it going? I'm from a different part of Wales. Wales had Budgie, and it's like that. They're better than anything Scotland ever had. I wish we had a Budgie. What call it? Was it Caledonia? What was it called? Up here above the wall. Dude, when I walked out of the monastery, my hearing changed temporarily. It was weird. Everything sounded like when you sing into a fan with delay. Right, I've never sang into a fan with delay, but I know what you mean. And I'm going to just put out a mad conspiracy theory there that I reckon that's kind of intentional. That's why church, well, especially monastery type thing, it's like an intentional echo thing. They're designed that way in a specific way to make them feel otherworldly. So it's not on it. It's obviously that's God doing that, not mad echo shit. But I mean, it's totally real. So it just shows you how much it works. Do you know what I mean? It's like when you're trying to convert people. Go in here and we'll tell you a little bit of Saviour and Lord, and then you're sitting there like that, and you come out and everything sounds different. It's like pure. Yeah. The Marmalade and Average White Band and Sensational Acts Hammer. No, I don't like them as much as Budgie. Oh, did FGN actually? I knew they were going to change that one I had. I've got the thing about the FGNs. Everyone I know who's had one sold it. They weren't bought by people who wanted a guitar. They were bought by people who were curious about how you could get a £500 Japanese guitar, but these people already had like Fenders and shit, so they didn't actually. It wasn't bought by the right people, and they're not worth any money. They're 250, 300 quid, and it's like you're getting a Japanese telly. Kind of bizarre. Played a PRS for 5 minutes once. It was nice out of time, but like the one with the ding over relic day. I don't know. I mean, Craig and his Sabbath band bought a lovely piece. I mean, you can't argue. It's fucking lovely. It's kind of like the Corker's not unlike in the same sort of region. It's like a 5/8 triple top and all that, and a piezo bridge. It's like the ultimate everything it does guitar, but it's like this just looks more punk. Well, is punk a good thing? More raw and all that shit. No, I mean, it was lovely. I just get to a point where it's like, what's the point in having something that's that expensive? Unless you just, I don't really have this. I don't know. There's obviously a thing where you want to show people that you've got a lot of money, and it's like, or you want to show that I can afford. I don't know. I don't really get it. I don't do that. You know what I mean? One with your hearing just now feels like someone dumped a wheelie bin. Could be cutting in and out or something. I don't know. I mean, I'm maybe walking further away from the mic. Is it not loud enough? Woo! It's hitting 2.5 decibels. We did have Nazareth, but yeah. Peaked every. Oh, it's like they don't want you to record it. It was a punk fest. The thing about punk music is, I don't like it either, but I do, if you know what I mean. There's an awful lot of good to like in it. I don't really like the spitting at people and being aggressive element of it, but I don't know. It's like an awful lot of music punk, like, you know, like, I don't know, is Green Day punk? Yes, it can be quite good. I feel like my cheap guitars are great for me for playing them. Maybe I was going for like the idea of going to the party early and just choosing the fat bird immediately and then going home. Yeah, totally, because you'll be really grateful. Yeah, well, I mean, I get it. Possibly, but the thing is, they respond so well. I mean, this thing is like, this genuinely plays better than nearly all my guitars because it's been played like fuck the last couple of months because I keep playing it in the kitchen. And part of that is the guitar itself being vibrated into awesomeness, and also it's just me getting really, really used to this one. A batter guitar that's been played to death and it tends to be good. People don't play crap guitars into that state. That's exactly it, Sloaney. That's not what this guitar is. This guitar, the neck, see where they put it had been bolted on? It had been bolted on at a funny angle. So this guitar had never been played. The frets were all mint. The neck was on at a funny angle, and someone had all these dents and bashes. So none of this is playware. And why is there a chunk out the head? I don't know how that accidentally happens at all, but I mean, it was already there. So yeah, but I mean, you're right. If you pick up a guitar and it's worn out, the chances are it's been played well. Chances it's good. I'm sick, but everything sounds muffled and far away. It's not your gear, oh dear. That sounds bad, man. Oh. Punk for women? I never really thought it was a woman's lib, the punk thing. It mentioned what was a man's world. Well, okay. Yeah, I mean, never think of it that way. You don't get an awful lot of really pretty punk girls. It's like, I don't know, maybe it doesn't work that way. It's like, take a pretty girl, stick metal all through her face and give her a pink Mohican. It's just not nice looking, actually. But I mean, it's all about personality. What's a good point? Oh. The guitar store, baby blue Strat HSS. White on white maple board. It was a good square. That bar has lost its specialness for me anyway. I had a wee thing with him. Ibanez have come down a little bit, I think. But I think everything is, it's got the race to the bottom thing's happening. I mean, it's really coming down to the point where this, what in its day was not thought of as a good guitar, is better. Like, just, I mean, the wee red one I've got for sale, you know, just basically, without all the shit stuck on it, is kind of better than, you know, these were £110 or £99 or something like that 20 years ago, or 30 years ago, so you're up, and you can still buy guitars at like 100 and 150 quid, and it's like, so they cost much less than this to build. Like, so you can think of these things. The most comfortable ones get worn, and the ones that can't use, well, that's exactly it, yeah, or they're the wrong size. But yes, I think there's also an element of, see, when you find something, like, see, I've got a Music Master bass, a 78 Music Master, Fender Music Master, and when my pal bought it in 1999 or whatever it was, it buzzed and played really, really badly, and then he got it set up by thing that cost £60, and he put like black tape wound strings on it to stop it buzzing, and then I got it, and then once I'd learned how to fix guitars, I just did the things it needed. It was everything, you know, action, truss, all that shit, high frets. I did the lot, and it plays brand new, but the back of the neck's completely immaculate. And then I found out that I found the previous owner to that bass, who before I bought it in the shop, and he never used it because it was, so this bass was battered because it was heavy and been passed about, but no one had ever really managed to play it because it played shite. But that's why it's amazing. The frets are completely untouched and the back of the neck's immaculate. Yeah. Yeah, those it's like 50p in the net is, yeah. Purple hair's different. I do find sexy hair, sexy purple hair. Was it Space 1999? FGN was referring to. Oh, the thing with the baby blue Strat. Okay, right. When you said it was a good Squire, you meant it was the same as a good Squire. Yeah. Was that one of the Japanese ones? So I've got but the thing is, it's like, but there's plenty of guitars that I can appreciate, and there's ones that are just not for me. And it's like that's where the PRS comes into it. It's kind of, even if it was my favourite guitar, it doesn't look right for me. Why, I don't know. Maybe one day it would feel right. I mean, I've got Phil. Phil's more me. It's like pure the PRS, you know, the $5,000 PRS is too flashy. But Phil, with its fucking inverse Seymour Duncans and big massive mother of pearl. Ooh. Where is Phil? I've got a hankering to pay Phil. But there he is, I can see him. It's quite good because it says Phil on his headstock. Yeah. No, I don't think it's that necessarily that, Andy. It's just the fact that I think it comes down to we're so brainwashed by propaganda. I'll let that settle in and I'll talk about that. Has anyone watch Count Binface didn't win, but I mean he got a 10,000% increase in his vote, whatever. But someone had put a video up and it was, I don't know, it was a 3-minute video of his greatest comments, and there was a bit where he was getting interviewed by an American, and they were like, from American news, he's up here. Yes, well, I see myself sort of like a planet, and all the other planets orbit round me. And the woman was up here. Yeah, well, could you tell us that in American? Yes. Well, I see myself as a sort of planetoid, and all the other planets orbit round me. And it was just like, and it's like, I like Count Binface. I wish I could have a chance to vote for him. But there you go. Yes. Vietnamese FGN, right? Okay. Yeah, but I mean the thing is, I get it. I mean, see, with modern, you get nice ones, but you get. Well, people don't realise I've got about 6 Encores. It should be selling right now. The Encore Hunter. Oh, that's the sort of thing that is that not? That's a very Sloan Rangery one. I do like Sloanie's new pointy headstock white Telecaster. He'll Count Binface. What make? Just like, he's like up here. Yes. What was the other bit? Was it talking about? He's talking about the 10,000% swing. So that's the biggest swing in British political history. Hashtag swing bin. And you're like, and the classic one at the end. Make your vote count. Yes, come on. All these things. You just wonder if you could got someone who actually was a serious politician, but was a bit clever and quick. Maybe not wearing a bin on his head and all that shit. But you wonder if you actually got someone who was maybe quite good. I still hate the truss rod. Lovely neck and they ruined it with that truss rod crap. What's wrong with it? Truss rod? I don't know, I mean, it comes down to see the early Indian Encores. I've got one sitting there. Oh, also, you know the Samick inspection sticker, which isn't on this one or this one. There's an Indian one. It's on, there's a wee red base in Kirkcaldy cash converters. I think it's 80 quid they want for it. And it's got the Made in India sticker still on it on the back. But it's also got what looks like the Samick Inspector sticker. You know the thing, is it, they call it a baseball thing? It's got like a sort of like a Mercedes symbol, and it's sort of white with a gold peace sign / Mercedes symbol on it. That is on that guitar. So that, which I always thought was a Samick inspection sticker, is on the Made in India Encores. But my favourite Encore era is this one. The wee red one I've got there is this one. It's not plywood, but it's really fucking light. It's really, I mean, if I had teeth left, you could almost take a bite out of it. You know what I mean? It's like, it's really shit wood. But for the purposes of this guitar, which is going to have an amp plugged into it, it weighs nothing. So you can, if you've got it on your back and you're on the bike. Also, when you drop it, physics, it weighs not as much, so it doesn't hit the ground as hard. Plus, it would probably also deflect a bit. So if you did drop it, it would kind of go like a crumple zone all the way around. Can't bring back Blake 7. It was C-Fax he was going for. Oh, when was the last time I tried? That was ages ago I worked that out, but now I've been playing the guitar better, so I'll be able to get that next time. Next week I'll get that. Screaming Lord Such, the original one. Actually, I heard of it. Mr. Whitesnake, seen as your politics and Sir Clement Boat Harder, yeah, I totally get it, 100%, yeah. But have you ever heard of a Stones album, it's called Jamming with Edward? I kind of recognise it from when I was looking in record fairs and you would get to the Rolling Stones section and it would always be all the solo albums that was in there. It's like a really crappy looking, like a cartoon cover. But it's between Let It Bleed and Sticky Fingers. There's a Stones album. It doesn't have Keith Richards. It's Wyman Watts, Mick Jagger, Nicky Hopkins and Ry Cooder. And it's like a album that it's between... I need to get it. It just basically sounds like the jam parts on those albums, so it's quite interesting. The Encore 25th Anniversary bass is a total opposite. It's all Dash Body. It sounds great, weighs a ton. Yeah, I had that. Remember I had the Encore Vintage model, which I think is basically maybe the same sort of thing as that. I think Vintage, because they were GHS as well, they had the idea that we're going to make a more expensive guitar, so they had the Encore Vintage, but after a couple of years of that, man, no, let's sod the Encore Vintage, let's just call the brand Vintage. But they were heavy. It's a new one from you. I'd never heard it. I kind of, when I saw the picture of the cover, I kind of like, it was like pure, it looked, I mean, you don't look at the cover and go, oh, fuck, I would have bought that. You'll see the cover and you'll go, oh, I kind of recognise that, but it just looks so shit, I'm not even going to bother looking to see what it is and who's Edward. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the heavy guitar. I can just get used to it. Depends what it is you're doing. Right things for the right mood, and depends what it is you're trying to do. You know what I mean? There's a time and a place. This has the old, you can't knock the ability to not worry about it and just leave it somewhere. Okay, I'm not going to fucking leave it somewhere. It was originally, the intention was take the crappiest looking one so no one would steal it. And it's like, I think someone would steal it now because I would steal it. It looks cool as fuck. With its super clever wiring. I'm just getting pure obsessed with actually playing the guitar. It's like, for so long, I've spent most of my time, and obviously, I kind of learnt the guitar sort of by doing the YouTube channel, which meant I played the guitar for an hour every day, because I had to play it in the video. And I think I needed that. I don't think I would have got, whereas now, I spend a lot of time making different sounds and fixing and looking them up and doing all that shit. Now I seem to have kind of almost reached... I don't want to do... I'm still doing shit like that, which I'm happy. I've obviously got the bike guitarist coming. Wait till you see this fucking thing. It's going to be mental. And it's one of those things that you go, oh, that's AI. That's an internet meme. And it's like, no, but I'm going to fucking build it and it'll work. Yeah. I'm now spending... I feel I've just got to this point, like learning guitars up a hill, and now I'm at the top of the hill and I can just go anywhere. And it's like everything... Every time I play the guitar, it's completely different. It's fucking mental. So, I don't know, just keep playing the guitar and eventually something will click. Fuck knows what it was. I'll tell you what it actually was. It was, I did a wee bit of trying to learn how to do arpeggios off Scott, the bastard, but that's, like, I've learnt wee bits everywhere. It was trying to play, do. That, And it's like, but what's that keyboard solo? And it's literally just it's just the notes of the chord. So there you go. I can't remember what it goes like now. Yeah, it's like na 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 na. But I think that was because that's a keyboard part. Which is a wee bit like, I need to play Fire again, seeing as no one heard that, but yeah, I'm drunk now, so it might not work. Do you need to know about volts and amps and resistance working your own guitar? Nah. Wouldn't worry about it. As long as you're not plugging, like, see the guitar lead, don't ever plug that straight into a wall socket. As long as you plug it into an amp you didn't make yourself, you know what I mean? You can't get electrocuted or burnt or anything like that. You can melt parts with a soldering iron. You can burn your finger with a soldering iron. You won't burn your finger with a soldering iron, but you'll do what I do where you heat something up with a soldering iron. I've just been melting all the solder on top of this pot. That's the wire on. I'll just pick that pot up. Oh, it's red hot. What were the chances that was going to happen? You'll do that, but that's the only danger. And I love the fact that in a guitar, if you wire it all up wrong, it will buzz like mad, not make a sound, or work. That's it. And if it buzzes like mad, it's like you've not burst anything. Oh, you've connected it up wrong, plug it in. Oh, you've burst your pickups. No. You can burst the pickups by melting them or, physically cutting them when you're, bashing them when you take them out and shit like that. Anything like that, but you're not going to damage anything by wiring something backwards or something the wrong way around or touching two hots together or two colds together. None of that matters. It will just not work or buzz. So go for it and get yourself onto Facebook Marketplace. Find yourself an Encore Stratocaster. If you get one that's missing a saddle, you'll have to buy one. But basically the best way to do it is to get one that looks like it's got 6 tuners on it. It looks like it's got a nut and it looks like it's got 6 saddles. And then you're away. And then fuck about with it. And then once you get to the stage I'm at where you're used to fucking about with guitars, learn on this crap. And everything you learn on this, then apply that to your Gibson or your Fender. Oh. Yeah. Oh, you heard of the bike guitar before it happened? Yes. Bike guitar. Hot and ground, yeah. Just think of physics. Remember physics at school or science maybe, where you had like the diagram and it was a battery with plus and minus on it, and then a wire that went to a light bulb, and then it went back to minus. That's a single pickup guitar without a volume control. Remember the next one, which was exactly the same, but it had a switch in it. That's, just imagine the light bulb's the pickup and the battery's your output jack. That's it. That's all it is. And the switch, that's a kill switch or on off switch. Or if you put a pot in there, it's a variable resistor, a variable on off switch. That's a guitar circuit. And there's a wire that earths it going to the bridge. That's it. That's a guitar circuit though. There's nothing else in it. Yep, think about it that way. Pickups we've got in this. This is a Temu, looks like a DiMarzio Super Distortion. I think it was £6, something like that. And I think this is a pickup from a Squier Bronco bass, where it's wired as humbucker, Gilmore, neck pickup, and it just kills. Best sound in a Strat. Best sound in a Telly. Best sound in a Gibson. Just copy and start messing, but okay, for it's hard to do anything terrible. Amps are not, no, amps are not the same. But it's like, see, just the copying shit. So many of the diagrams are wrong and don't make sense. It's just like you're better starting with. There's a site called guitarelectronics.com, and it's got individual wirings for a humbucker coil split, a phase switch, a da-da-da, and then it's got all the other wiring. So basically, see if you get the bit that tells you how to wire a coil split and insert that into your diagram. Don't follow a big diagram that's a whole page. Make the diagram yourself, taking the bits you need. Oh, I want a phase switch. There's the phase switch. I'll put that in and I'll draw it in my diagram, which starts off, like I said, like the one you got in physics, where you've got the plus and the minus. That's your jack socket or the battery. And then it goes round in a thing into the light bulb or your pickup. And then think about it that way. And whoa. The week of someone playing hotel car using only one string. I suppose that's quite... To be honest, see, if I'd been doing that for 10 minutes and it looked like it was going to happen, I would have done a video for it as well. Ohm's law. It's like never did my ohm work at school. Ohm's law would be V equals IR. Something's in resistance. That's not ohms. No, resistance is ohms. So there you go. It's V equals IR, isn't it? V equals IR. Yes. No, you don't need that. Bike top. Well, I mean, who doesn't? Start with one pickup, one volume. There you go. Yes, and one wire. Got a guitar like that. I think this humbucker sounds fucking great. It's a DiMarzio Super Distortion. I was using it more for your Iron Maiden. Actually, no, more for Judas Priest. What was that? Wherever you go, wherever you sing, you got to be loving. When you've been missing. Wherever you sing, wherever you sing, you got to be loving. Never to see when we make nothing. 'Cause you've been missing. Gotta head to the highway. Got nothing to lose at all. Gotta do it my way. Pick my back to pull your phone. But again, before you go. And basically that's the sound I want. So I mean, call me wrong for that. Like you did in physics, where we get tricked into taking chemistry by crafty science teachers. I did take chemistry, I fucking hated it. It never didn't make any sense to me. No, I copy actual guitars, not diagrams when I watch your shit, but I also do a lot of YouTube. You'd be surprised how many straight. Well, I mean, why not? I mean, I remember watching, it was like, it did make me look at things watching one of the, I got a Paul Gilbert DVD years ago, and it was, I couldn't really follow it, as in sit and learn his lessons, but the way he was talking about it, and it's like, the 3 note per string idea, you know, if you put 3 notes in a string, then you use and it's like an economy thing. As he wasn't saying how here's the tune you want to play, he was kind of a bit more like, well, basically if you're playing a really low note and you want to play a really high note, you can kind of get to it this way. And it was just looking at it a different way, a very technical, how do you play it? Like, how do I physically play that note, but my finger can't reach, so I've got to work out how to play that note somewhere else. And if I'm playing that note somewhere else, it's got to be on that string, but that means that the string I was playing there, I have to shunt that onto the next string, and then you end up being able to play it like, point eventually is the best Judas Priest album. I think a lot of people don't like that one, but I mean, it's just like, it wasn't one that struck me as being one of the best, but I mean, when you start playing it, and it's actually got hot rocker as well, so it's like, and rat pedal as well, obviously. go, I wanna go. Hot rockin', I wanna go. I wanna go, I wanna go. Hot rockin'. But like, see that kind of rhythm guitar? Why does Oasis exist? Why doesn't Noel Gallagher realise that that's how you play fucking guitar? It's like, that's a fucking, see the rhythm in it? Fucking, oh, you know what I mean? Fucking amazing. You should have watched one of my soldering videos then. The problem is, what you got to do is you got to put solder onto the thing that you're trying to solder the wire to, and then you put solder on the wire, and then you join them together. If you put the wire onto the thing and you can just put buckets of solder on, Andrew, and it'll never ever stick. So you've got to put the solder on the thing, like so it's sticking on it, and then you put solder on the wire, and then once they've both got solder on them, when you melt them both together, they melt together and become one. Runs of one string arpeggio, I suppose, man. It's just a... that, innit? The fool's element yet not pretentious. Just go after dark. Groups of men roaming in coordinated packs. Really? In Belgium? What do they want to do? Not a very likely contingency in Belgium, sir. It's also, as we know, Belgium is the worst of all the swear words in the galaxy. 1 in 100 people will get that. The same as any city in Europe these days. Glasgow is not a place for female unknown these days. Yeah, it's true. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I've just... I don't know. It doesn't really bother me going through, I don't know, groups of kids. I just don't think any of them are going to... Can they be bothered? What's the point in beating me up? What, you going to steal my phone? It's shite. You steal my bike? It's worth 30 quid. You're going to... worth going to jail for... They don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe it depends where you go. Don't enjoy playing rhythm. The thing about rhythm is that, see... It's so hard to get it. I wish the bass player thing, it's so hard to learn to play the bass, but see, with something like, what was someone was playing the other day, that is just like, it's so good. I wish people had showed me more songs like that when I was starting to play the guitar, rather than trying to learn a massive sequence of 190 notes where you basically start and you're just like, no, that's kind of like, it just keeps looping. So every time you can try and do it better. It's like one of my favourites. Like if you ever want to show someone how to play the guitar or how to learn open chords, Tom Petty, it's fucking the best strumming ever, and it's the verse and the chorus. Cut it out, the lonely road, coming up, yeah, it just keeps going on like that, but yeah. Ross saved. That guy wants to something, they'll finish it. Yeah, totally. Don't know, do you go for straight for the balls, or you just go for the shin? Because that will hurt like fuck as well. And then kick him in the balls when he's already on the ground, the shin. Go for the face. Go for the try and get in the neck. See if you can get the Adam's apple with a full whack. Yeah. Start with one volume, any pot 250, linear or log. You have to know at least something. There's no danger, but you need to make meaningful attempts. Yeah, totally. The thing is that, see, if you go to a certain era of cheap, shitty guitars, the cheapest pot to get is an A500, right? Just because they make more of them. So that's the cheapest way of doing it. And a lot of Strats, which I ideally wouldn't have a 500 in it at all. I've got 3 A500s because they'll work. On the tone pot, I very rarely use tone pots. I'm going to argue that doesn't make any difference to me whether you put a 250 or a 500 in it. I would say if it was a Les Paul for some reason, or an SG, I would say put a 500 in it because you wouldn't put, no matter. Wiring guitars. The thing is, if you use a linear in the log, the A or the B one, it just means that the volume, when you turn it down to 5, it won't be at half volume. The volume control should be a B. If it's a B, which is a logarithmic, I think. Well, it doesn't really matter. The B one, if you're using it as a volume control at about 5, it's about half volume. If you use the A, it's at half volume at like 8 or something, and by the time you get to 5, it's off. And the same thing works with the tone control. If you use the wrong one. Wiring came, if you look at the old USA BC Rich buttons and knobs galore. Yeah, but Sean, what I was saying there, to what you do is you look up what all the, it's not complicated. Just divide it into things. Do you know what I mean? It's not, it's still got 2 humbuckers with a pickup switch going to an output jack. That's still there. Okay, right, I understand that bit. Right, and then there's 2 tone controls coming off that. All right, okay, the same as this, yep. And then you've got a section here where you've got your coil split thing for pickup 1. All right, okay, that connects to the volume control for pickup 1, and it's the same for pickup 2. And then you get a phase. It's like if you know all the little bits in between and how those bits work. Like if you built a guitar that had one pickup and that switch, and then you tried them all individually, you would understand how they worked, and you would know where they would go, and you wouldn't have to copy diagrams. You'd be able to do better ones than what BC Rich did. My BC Rich Mockingbird had a much more advanced wiring system than what the BC Rich did. It did all the sounds that the BC Rich did, but had an extra couple of sounds that were better than the ones that it had, just by knowing how it works, not by not copying a diagram. I don't know. I've never been an American in Europe. Was that like being an Englishman in New York? I don't want to be an Englishman either. Well, humbucker sounds fine. It's great. But that's it, Stevie. It's like, is this a Nico 2 or Nico 5? And it's, I don't think original DiMarzio Super Distortions are either. I think original DiMarzio Super Distortions are ceramic. And I'm going for the... I don't know, right? But see, magnetic field, right? That's like a strength, isn't it? So you would have like a magnetic field that wasn't very strong, like a weak magnetic field's a 1. And a really strong magnetic field's 100. Yeah. Is there more to it than that? So if you've got a Nico 2 pickup, which has got a magnetic field of 7, can you not just use a ceramic magnet that's got a magnetic field of 7 as well, and it does exactly the same thing? I don't know. But I don't think there's... I'm not an anti-ceramicist. It's one of those things that's a little bit like valve amps. Basically, the cheapest... Not the cheapest now you got, but you know what I mean? Like a mid-priced valve amp. A 30-watt valve amp sounds X good. A 30-watt tube amp... A 30-watt solid-state amp, going back a bit, doesn't sound as good as a 30-watt valve amp. But the 30-watt valve amp costs 1,200 quid. The tube amp costs 150 quid. If you made £150 solid-state amp, it would probably sound better than the tube amp, but no one will buy the solid-state amp because that's a tube amp. Yeah. Shin first, Tesco second if there's good old-fashioned nose twist. Oh, the nose twist? Is that because if you're just using the steel toe caps, you don't get the personal satisfaction of actually holding it and then bending the nose until you can feel it going while they're screaming and burbling, and then you can go, ah, yeah, oh, fucking yeah, I get it, Smoney. I've never really, I'm not absolutely mental, but I feel, I get it a wee bit, you know what I mean? Rotty Stan. I don't know, maybe like cool side stand as well. So stay safe out there. Stronger magnetic fields have smaller fields of influence. Ooh. I mean, sounds like a t-shirt. I don't know. It could be. I'll be honest, I've not been in. I've not gone down the pickup rabbit hole, but what I do know is there's types of pickup I like and there's types of pickup I don't like, and it doesn't necessarily mean I don't like the EMG active pickups. But I don't like a cheap version and I don't like a real version. I do like a DiMarzio Super Distortion. So I like the cheap DiMarzio Super Distortion better than the most expensive EMG thingy. Although the AMGs are better. Everyone likes them better for what they're meant for. They're better. If it was in Meshuggah, they're better. Yep, totally. But that's not what I want. I want this, a DiMarzio, well, and I'm only using that as an example about that kind of sound, or a sound that I like. It doesn't. Maybe if you put this up against a DiMarzio Super Distortion, the DiMarzio is a better version of this pickup, but I prefer the shitter version of the DiMarzio 2X. Lennon the BC Ritz, or the Total Devil Horns. No, that's the Widow headstock with the bollock bit, the W in it. Yes, I had one of them. The bollock's not the headstock. Magnets don't have a sound. It's the strength of the magnetic field measured in glass, and it's the shape that changes the sound. If you don't like your pickups, pull the poles out, replace them, anything. Well, that's it. The thing is, it's not a science. It's not a case of, like, say you're trying to make the fastest car. I've made the fastest car. It does 270 miles an hour. No, I've made the fastest car. It does 275. All right. Yeah, you've got the fastest car. That's it. So that was what we were aiming for. But that's not what I've got the best sounding pickup. Oh, how? Who's deciding that yours is the best sound? And it's like, if the best sound was like, oh, you've got to hit this frequency, but it's not, because it might not be right for you and it might not be blah, blah, blah. So it's always going to be I don't know. It's not a number you're going for. Higher ohms is stronger pickup in general. Well, doesn't mean it's louder or more powerful sounding, but yes, it's stronger. But that doesn't mean it's louder or more powerful sounding. I find that the weaker output pickups, generally, as in my thing, may tend to have so much more brightness at the top, and they distort so much earlier, which, if you're playing through a Mesa Boogie dual rectifier down tuned to C, isn't the sound you want. But if you're playing through a wee 30 watt valve amp, or trying to make it sound like you're playing through a 30 watt valve amp, it's what I want. I want to be clean and have the ability to have I want too much treble, so I can play it a wee bit. I can turn it down a wee bit. But I don't need to play. If you don't want it to be as trebly, go to the neck pick. Did Richie Sambora use a Stratton Bon Jovi? I don't know. Was it maybe a Kramer or something? I don't know. Plates and lace sensors, for example, change the shape, as do Rickenbacker horseshoes. Yeah, probably, yeah. To be honest, I need to give them... Maybe that's what those DiMarzios have changed the shape of it. I don't know. I'm not a violent person, but having almost been stabbed twice, I prefer to apply my lead. Yeah, I would think so, yeah. Was it stabbed twice at the same time, or was it two separate occasions? Those headstock with eagle beaks were just... No, I don't mind. Not this one. This one's got a bit chucked. No, I'm happy with that. I prefer I don't mind the eagle's beak. Hondo's had it for a while, the Hondo Fame series. I think that's... Yeah. Yeah, I think that's fine. I went too much cowbell. More cowbell. So basically, the resistance tells you how long the wire is that's going through it. But yeah, there's more to it than that. But on the same point, you're saying, oh, there's all these various elements that make a pickup up. There really is fuck all elements that make a pickup up. The bobbin is inert. It doesn't matter. It's just to hold the coils. So you've got pickup wire. Is it 43 AWG or whatever it is? Pickup wire, right? So that's just, you've got that. That's a variable, I suppose. You can probably get different types of wire to wrap round the pickup. And you've got variable how many times you wrap the pickup round, how many times you wrap it around the pickup. And then there's a variable what kind of magnet you stick on it. That's it though. So, okay, there's a lot in the generating different sounds by if you're designing them, but if you're copying something, you can just go, oh, I want to make a DiMarzio super distortion. What kind of wire is it? It's 43 AWG, right? How many winds is it? It's 10,000, right? What kind of magnet is it? It's a ceramic 6, whatever the magnet is. Right, we'll make that. And that's what you've got. The telly headstock is the coolest. What's my favourite headstock? There's deep questions here. I don't know. I thoroughly enjoy this one. Because when you're playing the bass, I'm playing it this side. I don't know, there's something cool about it being dead stumpy. I don't know. But maybe I kind of like the offensiveness of having a P bass that's got a 4-a-side headstock. I don't know. That sounds awful, Sloney. See, I don't know. It's like, I don't know. I mean, maybe that's an element of. I remember noticing. I'm getting a wee bit. When I was doing weights, whenever it was, and I got a bit fitter and shit like that, I got to the point where I was sitting there thinking, right, okay, someone who's actually trying to rob me or something might mug me butt like a junkie or something. They don't stand a chance. I'm just going to fucking deck them immediately. You know what I mean? It's like, look at the size of me. And if they're relatively fit just now, I'd have them thinking, you know, and it's like, I don't see junkies as somebody who's got a lot of effort or anything like that, or a drunk person. Different if you're sober and a drunk person tries to lunge at you, you can run away. I mean, it's not, you know, just punch me in the face, run away. You know what I mean? I don't think there's actual thugs. I know there are out there, and maybe it's different in different bits, and I'm just naive, but I think it's normally drunk folk are just a dick rather than actual people who, I don't know. It's like, is your guitar here? I think I've already sold it, Andrew. I sold it. It went really quickly. Got 150 quid for it. Set pickups off a bullet telly. The thing is, you used to get in the old days, you got pickups, and the shit pickups don't pick up the high E string. You do get shit strats where the pickups don't pick up the high E string. To be totally honest, I did actually replace the original pickup in the neck of this because it was still usable, but I'm a fucking picky bastard. Do you know what I mean? Both picky and use a pick, but I need that for fire. I need that, and the cheap pickups sometimes don't do that as much. The ones in this weren't bad, but I knew I had better. And this turns out to be a Squier Bronco bass pickup, so I mean, it's not like, oh, you put a £1,000 pickup in it. No. Current magnetism and movement. Oh, sorry, Mr. Whiteside, you're talking. To be honest, I did watch your video, but I put it on and then something happened and I didn't watch the end of it. So you do have the watch, but I didn't actually watch it. You said something about being quiet. But I mean, Belgium, do you get some chocolate and some waffles and some Van Dams? I detect a high fret. Not in this guitar, you don't, Mr. Whitesnake. No, no, no. If there's a... What I do detect is it being a noisy strap. Mexican Strat has text messages, but they came with absolutely shitty cheap ceramics. Well, I don't know. See, I've got a different... If you're wanting to run your Strats and you're wanting to play with a lot of distortion and stuff, no, I don't necessarily agree. I don't know. I mean, I put Texas Special pickups, so Telecaster ones, not Strat ones, into... In fact, it was that bastard telly there, and meh. But they're the high. But I mean, if you're trying to drive a Marshall stack and overdrive and sound, yeah, I can kind of get that. But if I'm wanting to do that, I'll use a humbucker or I'll use a pedal to get there. I would rather have the Strat sounds like what that's got, where you get the... Because the problem is when you've got the Texas Specials, you don't get Hank Marvin anymore. Hank Marvin's not there. You don't get boing. You get you don't get boing. That's the way I see it anyway. That sounds terrible, Sonny. Awful. Was that somebody, I don't know, full of crack and actually just wanting to stab you or trying to get money? I don't know. Because I just figured if somebody's... Or is that somebody in the rage of, I need my heroin hit, so I'm going to attack you? Maybe, I don't know. I'll tell you. See what I managed to get back, which I bought my Fender Photo Flame Strat. And the pickups had been... The pick guard wasn't... It was... I knew I'd done a deal with it. I didn't pay very much for it. I kind of bought the neck, the rest was free. And the pickups in it were... It was one of your Temu or AliExpress, just £15 for a Strat pickguard things. So I took them out, and then I put in the most expensive pickups I had, which were a lace sensor, a 1975 Strat pickup, and a DiMarzio stacked pickup, and I wasn't happy with it, and I messed it about, blah 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 blah, and then I got another guitar, which it was the J-Pax one, which had, it didn't have the body, but it had the original Japanese neck and the original Japanese scratch plate, which had the middle bridge and the middle and neck pickups in it, and another one of those DiMarzio super stacked things. So I made my guitar with the DiMarzios in it. And then I managed to find someone who had bought a 1988 Japanese Strat and taken the bridge pickup out immediately and put a DiMarzio in. So they had this bridge pickup that they'd bought, had never been used. So I put that into that guitar. It sounds fucking amazing. Absolutely. It's just slightly shy of being the stratiest Strat I've got, and they're ceramic pickups. So I like ceramic pickups that are the right power more than Alnico ones that are the wrong power. Or Andrew. No, hey, Jeff. Hey, Giraffe. Happy bro, low your stuff. I know it's low, but yeah. Cheers. Ready for another rendition of Fire then, since I can still play it. Since who was still here at the start. Go for the heavy metal version. I am the god of hellfire, and I bring you fire. You burn. Fire. No return. You burn. This one. Cleaner. You've been living like a little It's amazing how much you can't do it now when you're drunk. Don't think Gibson know what a maximum or jumbo fret is. I don't know. Again, internet lore, because I know this, says that powerful pickups, roasted maple, fat frets are the best. And it's like, some of my favourite guitars have really thin frets. Let me just say that the competition stripe and this cool extra bit of scratch plate makes more difference than putting Seymour Duncan's in this makes. Or putting a Fender neck on it. I think so. Also, did anyone notice during the week, watch my video on the... In fact, that's the volume not up. No, I was playing an Epiphone Les Paul, one of the ones that I never really liked. Was it a 2002 or something like that? Epiphone Les Paul Custom, and I have to say I was kind of wavering. I think it kind of caught me by surprise, because you know I hate fucking Les Pauls. And it was like, yeah, but especially the one I hate. The one I ultimately hate has to be the slash coloured one, but it's from that era and it's that one. And honestly, it was pretty fucking good. There is not a shitload of difference between that and any Les Paul, any top one. The things that are not to like in that guitar are exactly the same things I don't like in the $2,500 one, apart from I don't like the fact it costs $2,500, so that's the biggest one. But the actual guitars are incredibly similar, and I don't know, they hang funny. I don't like the look of them. Living hut in the city, back in Dallas, steering wheel lock was your friend. Back up, Jack. Wow, man, it's like a different world, Mr. Whitesnake. I was like, Dallas? I was going to say, I don't know how to play what that song was, In the Heart of the City. Is that not, is there not an amazing Joe Walsh song? It was, I remember hearing it, and it was in Rick and Morty. It's something about in the city. I can't remember it. But the other one you were playing there was Dallas. Here we go. First time I ever played it. Yeah, okay. Episodes were my first love. I just think I never liked the look of them. Episodes of 2001, so a few good ones. Oh no, it's like, what I'm saying is it's a lovely guitar if I like the guitar, but that's the same thing I was saying with the PRS. It's like, yeah, totally, it's great, but I don't like it. It's like, I don't think there's anything. There's one, the thing is that's a Les Paul, whereas the Les Paul I've got, the studio, not the studio, the special, you know, the double cut junior, whatever you call it, 58 junior, that. Yes, it's a Les Paul. It fucking says Les Paul on it. Obviously, it's a Les Paul, yes, but I'm talking about a Les Paul being it has to have the carved top, weigh a ton, that have that dead thing going on about it, which you don't get on the lightweight ones that are kind of like a Strat, the way it kind of, wah, you know what I mean? It goes, wah, whereas a Gibson goes, You know that, right? Yeah, Bernie's are better. Yeah, but I mean, the thing about the Bernie would probably be the best Les Paul ever played, but it would still have the thing that I don't like about Les Pauls, which is part of the way it looks, something to do with the angle it sits at. You know, it just, It would be very good. Marco, hey, give us a freestyle. I don't know if I was. The thing is, to see if I liked Free better, I'd be able to play it because I can kind of hear where it's going. Whereas if I just could remember what the tune goes, I'm pretty sure I could fucking play it. Yours Hate is a 2003 Epiphone LP100 and hangs on the wall at a shame. The LP100s, that's not the... Is the LP100 not the cheapest one? Is it bad? I always liked the wee one. It didn't have the Les Paul thing that I didn't like in it, you know what I mean? Because it's like, it's basically it's a bit different from my Strat. Want to get a tattoo of your channel logo on my face. Very nice. Nothing creepy or scary there. You know what I mean? I've got a guitar shaped like a hairy giraffe. It seems a very obvious idea to have a headstock shaped like a giraffe's head. And then you can have a brown fingerboard with like yellow dots and... Yeah, why? I don't know. The Girafflecaster? I don't know why it doesn't exist. Because people are fucking boring. I talked to my pals the other day, and it was like a young guy who plays the guitar, and he was like, and he showed me like there was a video, one of these reels, and someone had like, you know, all the guitars were like 20 and 50 grand and all that, so you had like a Telly and a Strat, a Les Paul, 335, and it was about 10 or something like that. I was like, yeah. There's basically your top 10 guitars that are for sale right now. If you're buying them now, and it's like, I sent them the first 2 pages on Guitar, it was 6 on a page, and one of them was a headless Steinberger, and the other 11 out of those 12 were basically the same guitars that were there from 1958 that they were selling for 50 grand. It's like pure, yep, Strat, a Telly, and a black Telly, and a Les Paul, and you're just like, guitarists are really, they're so interesting and artistic, and not like everybody else. I'm unique. What guitar do you want? I want the one Dave Gilmour's got. I want it exactly the same colour as Dave Gilmour. I'm only going to play Dave Gilmour. I am unique. 2003 was a transition year when the production moved from Korea to China. QC was non-existent for about 6 months. That guitar was just a hotspot to part. All right, well, maybe go. Maybe, I don't know. I know there's bits of that in Squires. There's very different Squires you can get from apparently the same year. Some of them seem fine. We try to pick up a Strat at the Bod Holly or Danny and the Juniors Blue Mooned Up. I don't know who Danny and the Juniors are, but I get your Buddy Holly thing. Maybe what you want's a DiMarzio Super Distortion in the bridge so it makes you Iron Maiden. But rat pedal's better than that expensive pedal. Can't remember her. Nah, I can't remember you play that one. Every line that they run you through, I've got your musket out, I'll run you through. And if you're waiting for the last attack, coming back. But then you lose down the back again. Now it's gotta be a long way. My favorite vocal line. Oh. Iron Maiden sang at the Hop. Is that one? You bam stop all these mad noises, mate, and play some tunes. Min like the Freebird solo, Matty. I don't know. It's like that. It's like your patter's shocking. Try, but the overran out of face. I'm playing proper stuff. Freebird's boring. In fact, where is it? Oh no, it's fallen off. I did have a bit of a shower attachment that was attached to this and using it as a slide. But the magnet wasn't strong enough like Paul Gilbert did. It's fallen off. It was sitting about here somewhere. Nah. So no Freebirds. And if I leave here tomorrow with you, well, I do like it, and it's basically it is. Yes, that is where I learned to play lead guitar pretty much entirely from Freebird. But I don't know. It's like some bands you go through stages of, and some you kind of stick with. And for me, I just decided Black Sabbath is my favourite. There's so much more to it. Anyway, yeah, but I mean, it's as a point of like as a blues band. If you just treated like if you're going to have a blues jam, why not do Freebird kind of thing? Because it's like it's like okay, there's the first bit and then there's the fast bit, so it's like it's not a blues sequence, but it's one of those ones you just do whatever the fuck you want, really. No, I mean, a Freebird, it was maybe a wee bit of a gateway drug for me. It was I do like a bit of Leonard Skinner. I think the problem is, see, because we've got so many guitarists and stuff like that, it's like they have to be a bit more rigid. Whereas you get your Sabbath stuff where the timing doesn't work, and it's like, yeah. Now I think that's really what fucks it up for me, is the fact that you're humming it. I can hum it. It's an amazing melody, but you try and play it, and you go, what the fuck? You're not meant to do that. Nobody else does that. Yeah, we're Black Sabbath. Fuck you. The same improvised solo you do over it, that's the thing. Yeah, well, totally, aye. The problem is you'd be trying to remember what they were. And if you really got the... I don't know. I used to be able to play I worked at... What key is it in G? But what I can't get bored of is the old Allman Brothers, Jessica. Although I can't remember how, I never knew how to play the backing track, it's hard. Do you have any acoustic guitars? Yes, I do. Next. My favourite acoustics kicking about, which I need to put, it's actually over there, my Tirada, which I need to put back in the kitchen, so that when I'm working on guitars and it's time to put the strings on, I can have the Tirada sitting there and go bong, do 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 do, dong, do 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 do. You get the rest. I always start with the A. Yes. I don't tune the E first. I tune the A first, right? And if you don't like it, fuck off. Give us an A, not a fucking E. No, 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 no. I have owned a fucking and had to gig with and jam with a short scale bass. Don't be giving me no E. A. Everyone likes an A. A is the first letter in the alphabet. You know what I mean? Oh, which letters you want to do? Fucking start at the start. A. Greengrass Satis, but the Outlaws is the Outlaws. Another one of those it is, isn't it? So you get Leonard Skinner being the main southern rock band, and then you've got Blackfoot, Molly Hatchet, the Outlaws. It's that kind of thing, isn't it? No weed in Belgium. I was high as fuck on gummies. All right, okay, yeah, nice. Well, there you go. Wednesday is Weirdy Beardy acoustic time. I do the Weirdy and the I'm doing the Weirdy and the acoustic, but I don't really want to. Do you know Townes Van Zandt? Why do I know the name? I know the name, and it's not the guy who wrote the songs for the Beach Boy, the lyrics for Brian Wilson, and it's definitely not one of the Ronnie Van Zant brothers, but I know the name somewhere. The problem with the acoustic, I don't know, but the thing is I could probably get away with playing the acoustic now a little bit, because I was very much, when the loop pedal came into my life, I was like totally, can you play Spain? I know Africa. I know the song, I don't know how to play it. Napalm Death. I did buy one of their records one time. I remember it was in FOP, which used to be in the West End, which was, and the guy behind the counter was one of these a mad bowl cut. And my pal G bought a CD, and it was a 1966 Del Shannon studio album, and he said he was doing it. I saw a Napalm Death record, but it was only a CD. It was only 50p, so I gave him 50p to get that as well. And the guy behind the counter was like, "Pure, oh no, this album's fantastic! Oh, you'll be really pleased you bought this Del Shannon. That was great." And then he picked up the Napalm Death one and went. I can't remember what it sounded like. 38 Special, also Southern Rock. Right, I don't know much Southern Rock. Really, I don't know. It's probably fun. There's fun in it. It's just blues and country. And fuck it. Oh, you're Zach Wilde. You not a Southern rocker? I do quite like Blackfoot though. They've got some good stuff. What is it? The Highway Song, which is basically Freebird by another band. Fucking great, but I don't think the guitarist was originally the drummer in Lynyrd Skynyrd. I think he's actually on the first couple of tracks on the first album, and then he joined them in the 80s. I think he's the only original member, even though he's, Had a highway song going on, and the way it's a highway song going on and on, way on. It's just that, innit? Mine room was there. Yeah, I mean, totally, if you're going to play that, I'd just play that all night, no problem. Gordon Lightfoot, I only know yo, wholesale. No, that's not, that's David Soul. I don't know if I know Gordon Lightfoot. I can picture him. I can see his denim jacket and possible sandals and cords and Bob Ross haircut with possible facial hair. I don't know. Looks a bit whiny. I think I've seen his album. Having a meet and greet suit. Yes, come to see my band on the Saturday the 5th of September at the Classic Grand. We're on first. which means I'll be drinking afterwards and hanging about till the end until I can get a lift home. Classic Grand, doors for 4 p.m. Sorry, we're on really fucking early as well, like at 4:30 or 5 o'clock or something. Shock City Productions, I don't know. Yeah, I think you can get them at Ticket Scotland, I don't know. There's another one coming up in Halloween, which I might be able to get reduced price tickets for anyone who turns up dressed as Ozzy, because I'm fucking going dressed as Ozzy and I'm going to try and fucking make the rest of the band go dressed as Ozzy as well. Bastards. I don't think they will, but I'm going to fucking try and make them do it. No, they will actually, because we're playing with the Swampborn Assassins, who Craig's the guitarist in. It's his other band. So he'll need another outfit anyway, so I was thinking it'd be pretty fucking funny if we turned up and it's a Black Sabbath band and we're all dressed as Ozzy. Plus, if everyone else is dressed as Ozzy, fuck it. He died last year and it's Halloween. Feeling autumny? Don't be depressing about it. The thing that got me about the autumn thing was I noticed it was looking dark at 5 o'clock like that. Oh, I was really enjoying the fact that it was waking up in the morning with the sun in my face and all that. I know the thing about the autumn is it just means after the end, or Shock City Production, because it has classic Shock on it. We're playing with Blackmore's Blood, Motor Headache, the Scorpions. Well, I mean, so you wouldn't get to see the best band, but you might be able to catch the Scorpions and Motor Headache, and the probably, well, maybe, I don't know, but probably more, maybe not so much for Blackmore's Blood, but I'm pretty sure the Scorpions, if they're not playing my favourite. I used to learn how to play that one. Sales of Sharon. If it's not that one, I'll be outside. I don't know, but the thing about autumn is if summer came after autumn, that'd be fucking fine. Isn't there a GNR tribute band? I might make that, but I can't believe the house till after 8. And there's not a Guns N' Roses, not on that night. No, it's Scorpions, Motor Headache, and Blackmore's Blood. I don't know I just don't. I don't remember Gordon Lightfoot. I'm sure it's good. He's quite finger picky. As long as, see, like, the difference, see, acousticy, see if it's, even Nick Drake, not really a huge fan of Nick Drake, but see this fast finger picky stuff. There's something there for me to listen to. See what Oasis calls acoustic, where you just strum the chords and the rhythm. Now, fuck off. I need to have some activity. It doesn't need to be a rocking song, but it needs to be some activity in it. It's like I bought a Tangerine Dream album and I put it on and it was like, whew, not much going on there. I'll try and skip on 5 minutes. Oh, still not started. So 3/4 of the way through the side, it's going to be the rocking song. Right, basically it just sounded like a synth pad in each of the things, but I'm sure if you listen to it long enough, the subtle changes of the timbre in the background, there's something there, but I don't have to. It gets strummy. The 25th? No, the 5th of September. It'll be fun. If you're there shouting at me, I will fucking play. I'm a total mad. I'm a right dick in front of someone going like that. Pure, yeah, but I'll go. I'll put solos when they're not meant to be there. You know what I mean? Which happened. It was like every time we're fucking doing the. It's different when we're doing like a gig. I suppose it's different, but we're normally I normally stick my GoPro in the studio and we record it. But Jen was live streaming us. And it's like coming up to the bit, and it's like Jen's coming up to the bit when I'm on the bass, and it's like, there's not really a very interesting bass bit at this point. I'll just have to play a solo in it anyway, and you're kind of looking over at Craig going like, yeah, I'm playing a solo, and Craig's just like, yeah, totally. He's the same. You know what I mean? You look at the drummer and he's like putting fills in. It's like, why is Alan putting fills in? There's not normally a bit in that. This is a boring bit. And it's like, because the camera's on him, like, hey, this, yep. Great fun. Listen to After the Watchman's Gone and Get Back to Me. I don't know that one. John Martin is good too. Everyone always went on about John Martin album Solid Air, about how it was amazing it was, and I bought it and I don't like it. I listened, it was slow and boring. Sorry, it was years ago last time I listened to it though. I didn't enjoy Eric Clapton, very little of Eric Clapton. It wasn't until relatively recently that I found out about how he was a pure dick and he was a racist and all that, but without that, to be honest, before I really started playing the guitar, I really even sort of knew what a guitar was. Oh, Eric Clapton, I knew he was a guitarist. Obviously the Vauxhall advert had that in it, and I was like, all right. And then Eric Clapton, it's this guy with short hair and a Versace suit and a brand new silver Telecaster, and it's like, and that's not my hero. Just purely by the looks. And then the songs are all right, but not fucking amazing. Whereas you saw, Ozzy and Tony Iommi and fucking all that. All these people are sort of smelly and just look like normal people. Yay! You know what I mean? That's me. They're not 20 quid, are they? Well, there you go. Maybe they are. Tim Hard. I suppose it's 5 bands or 4 bands, and Blackmore's Blood I would want to go and see anyway. I don't know. Maybe it's because it's an all-night festival. The thing is that John Martin's playing, maybe the playing is exceptional, but that's like saying like Steve Vai is an amazing guitar player. I don't think you could really argue that he's not, but if it's not the sort of thing you like to listen to, then it doesn't matter how good you are. Do you know what I mean? I'm not like someone going up here, that's something I cannot do at all. It's absolutely amazing how quickly he's playing the blah, 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 but I don't like the tune. Well, that's not as good as the guy in Green Day playing 2 chords that are good, to me. I don't know the band LSD and The Search for God. The Unplugged, you like that? I mean, for me, it's like, see when it gets into the bit at the end of Layla, that's like and obviously some of the Cream stuff, but I mean, again, a little bit like the Van Halen thing, all this Clapton is God thing, right? I wasn't there in 1966 when that Blues Breaker album came out and people heard a distorted guitar for the first time played like that. So at that time, whoa, Clapton is God. I get it. As soon as Kendrick's came out, fuck off Clapton, or whatever, you know what I mean? And the same thing I get with Van Halen as well. For me, all the mad guitar sounds and shit, for me, I don't remember a time when the Final Countdown didn't exist. I always loved it. I'd heard it in adverts. I had no idea what kind of music it was, that it was a band called Europe, or I'd never heard it until years later. But kind of, was it 1986? I would be, 8 or something. It's slightly beyond the radio or something. I always liked it, though. I kind of remember people saying it was awful, and me going, and me thinking, how is that awful? It's fucking amazing. You know what I mean? So for me, that Final Countdown always existed. Therefore, the Randy Rhoads type guitar solo and the Van Halen always existed. So for me, Van Halen wasn't that amazing. You know the Flying Burrito Brothers? Are they? No. Are they something to do with Poco and the Eagles? Are they somewhere in there? Pentangle, I've heard of Danny Thompson. They're only gods because no one came before me. Well, I've been the king. I've been a Mad King. Well, the Mad King, there you go. That not in Game of Thrones. Actually, when I was playing that Les Paul the other night, I tried to do a blues jam and forgot how to do the blues backing track. But I remember I was still not in a camp, say maybe 5 years ago. I was like, I'm going to do a pure shit blues because this is a really boring guitar, whatever it was I was playing. I was playing. I was like, fuck's sake, I can play all the blues licks I'm thinking of. Like everyone, I was just like, they were just like there. And then when I was trying to play it the other day, it was like, fucking hell, I'm really feeling restricted by the blues solo. And it's like, no, I'm pure used to being all over the fucking place like a dick. It's great. I've been into the Grateful Dead recently. They were brilliant. I saw. Never used to buy their records because they had so many records and they were always like a tenner. They're always double albums, but it was always like live albums and shit. And eventually I got one, and it was Skeletons in the Closet, which was like a not live jammy one, but it was like actual singles on it. And I mean, to be honest, this is someone, you're not saying it's shit, but you're talking to someone who was mad into Beggar's Banquet and the Magical Mystery Tour and Zeppelin and Purple and Sabbath, so it really wasn't really very exciting. It was kind of like, all right, not really that exciting. But I did see Bob Weir's Rat Dog at the Canterbury Festival, and they were doing a really amazing I assume they were Grateful Dead songs, and it was just big long jams with kind of country Fendery sounds. Kind of that sort of thing, but for Twitter it was fucking really, really good. So I do believe that there is an element of the Grateful Dead, which that is what they are. It's not a case of, put on this song, that'll give you... No, that's not what they are. Some of the performance was shit, but that's it. But it's like, that's the randomness of it. I mean, it's like, do you want to go and see the Eagles back in their prime, where basically it was note for note perfect? I remember being really disgusted by, it was Sammy Hagar recently, 5 years ago or something, had Don Felder, guitarist, in with a double neck SG playing Hotel California, and it was sickeningly the record. And I'd heard this before from other people, why Stephen Stills doesn't like them and all that. It's like, pure, what's the fucking point? It's just a record. There is a correct way to play this. How Joe Walsh joined the band, I think there's a correct way to play this. But Joe, you're here because you will do something else. But it's just so... And you get it. I mean, I remember that one of my favourite ever in-concert things is like a pre-Joe Walsh, is it Bernie Leadon, who's a guitarist? He's got like a sort of buck teeth and a Telecaster, and they're playing Take It Easy. That's fucking amazing. But I think they became very much a case of, here's the sheet music, you just play that the same every night. That's what a professional band does, and it's like, nah. You make your music. I do actually have no, it's not a Spotify. I do have a Spotify. I've got a SoundCloud. No, I need to do something. I've been in a couple of bands. Last one in the guitar, I was writing the songs and the riffs, but we fell out. So we did do actually one single. I need to get myself... The problem is I'm pure argue with people all the time, and it's like I've got quite a different styling, a different way of playing. It's kind of difficult to find people that are even approximately trying to do anything like what I'm trying to do. What I have noticed recently is this bit of a download. There was a wee guy I'd met before, and he was like sitting hanging about the tent. And I was like, I started playing the guitar, and he fucking shat himself. I can see someone who's maybe doesn't play the guitar or has started playing the guitar, and you start giving it all that crap. I can make somebody pure shit it, which is great fun. And I should probably out there just doing it just to fucking for the sake of it. You see that guy play the guitar? Because I can play all the stupid stuff now. Oh no, I don't have my thing now. The Grateful Dead played for 7 hours. I have seen it. Is it called the Tower of Power? Where they basically had, I think it was every speaker in California on the stage, and it was just like, but they were every size. You know, there was ones that like pure that size, and there's one that are 6 feet wide speakers, all kind of in this big teetering. I hope it doesn't it isn't windy or someone's getting killed type things. Sound pretty cool. Jim Lilla's doing a series of videos about how bands sound. It's really good. All the big names: Beatles, Stones, Granny, Aerosmith. I don't know who Jim Lilla is. I don't know. There's a thing about the sound thing, and there's a thing about. I just think there's so much more in, rather than the sound, the feel. So I'm not really, like I was talking about Archer Brown earlier on. The music he does isn't. He's never. There's no fucking way he's ever played the same song twice. There's no way he's ever done the same song twice. And it's like I played it the same, and I just feel that it's so free, amazing. I don't ever want to have to play the same song twice. And it comes down to the sound thing, and it's like, for me, I think it's the same thing. I'm not really interested in having different amps or aiming for anything specific. I just want a sound that I like. And it's like, I don't like Tony Iommi as a guitarist because of the sound of his amp. He could have a different sound in the amp. It's the way he plays it. Obviously, it still needs to have a bit of distortion, but it's not the amp, and it's not the fact he's got a Gibson SG that makes him Tony Iommi. So if you're going to try and sound like Tony Iommi, have a guitar like this and play like Tony Iommi sounds fuckloads more than someone who doesn't play like Tony Iommi with his actual rig. So it's like there's an awful lot more to it, and really, it's an A note. There's just many different ways of hitting it. Thinking about it. Tom Perrell. Don't know. The cost money. I don't do Spotify. I can't be bothered. I'm totally offended by bland music, and I keep hearing bland music. See, if the music's not interesting to me, I've now hate it. Kind of in the Oasis. That's why I hated Oasis so much, or still do. It's so, like, musically nothing. There's nothing interesting to listen to. So, okay, maybe I don't like Genesis. I don't like Yes. But I can hear there's musical in there. There's something going on. It's interesting, but I don't like it. That's different from there's nothing. And there seems to be an awful lot of music that is nothing. There's nothing here. No element of this song or this band have I not heard before done better. There's no element in it. That's where something like Baby Metal struck me, because not so much now, but when they started doing it, it's like, no one's ever put double kick drum with reggae, that sort of shit, and it was like pure, it was really exciting and interesting. Oh, interesting, excitement, what's going on? And then you get, even if it comes down to this whole genres that fit into this, the Oasis one, it's like, oh, it's a new Oasis. They've never done anything. It's not going to have anything interesting. No, there's nothing going to be in there for me. If you like Oasis and you like that, that's fine. But there's never going to be anything for me to listen to there. Make music for robots. They make music for people who don't like music, but like the idea of it's cool to like a band, but can't make a choice. Have you listened to or got opinions on Neutral Milk Hotel? I honestly don't listen to music now. It's got to be, if something jumps out and, like, what's the last, even if we're going back to individually, what's the da 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 da. Go to the country. Yeah, occasionally I hear something that it jumps out at me. If it doesn't jump out at me, it doesn't get in. But that's the same. Looking for a loop pedal with good drums, Mr. Whitesnake. If you look on my channel, I got one for Jen that was pretty fucking good from Temu. It was like a loop and drums in one-er. The drum machine is better than the Moore drummer I've got. And it doesn't have fucking disco. Mr. Whitesnake, why don't they give you fucking disco? That Rolling Cube bass amp has I don't know, 20 different sections or different types of music. One of them is number one is disco, and you've got 4 variations on it, and that's the 4 sounds I use on that amp. Why would you want anything that didn't just go boom, tch, boom, tch, boom, tch? Then you can fucking play anything over it. So you should just get a disco drum pedal. And okay, I'm not saying you just have to play disco, but it's just a click track that's got interest to it. When you reach a certain level of playing, you see how not so great the guys you thought were gods truly are. You kind of, I think you just kind of end up, no, you now, yes, no. No, I'm the other way around. When you reach a certain level, you start to realise why the guys you thought were shit, and you get to realise why the folk that you thought were amazing were good. Yes. So, to see how not so great the guys you thought were gods truly are. Yeah, but they're still gods. Still the ones, before I played the guitar, or when I played the guitar for 6 months, it's pretty much the same heroes. And they're still Tony Iommi and Brian May, and are still doing things that are just beyond what I can. Other people have sunk back a little bit, but I do appreciate it. Couldn't be different with anything to differ from. So Stevie, I would argue there's the only way to do that is to take the new thing. It's like pure, I've got a shit guitar, and it's like pure, well, the body's made of sponge. It's, it's like there's not any parts of it that are worth saving. You just write another song. Your stream title is Livesteam 253. Oh, I'm sorry, Hairy Giraffe. You must feel a bit foolish now. Yeah, so what am I doing tonight? Getting steaming. Therefore, it's a live steam. Bet I feel a bit silly now, don't you? If you look at last week or the week before, it was but whatever reason I wasn't drinking, it was a stream because I wasn't drinking. I need disco. The whole thing is simplicity dressed up. Yeah, but you can be simple but amazing. I'm sorry. I look at it. Try and play an Oasis song like that. Absolute shite, and it's my channel, so I'm allowed to say that. I started off with it because I was playing Fire. What was that? Fire in the disco! Fire in the disco! Fire in the out of hell! Fire in the disco! In the disco! In the show of hell! There's starting fires! It's my desire! It's my desire! Don't you want to know how we keep starting fires? My desire is my desire. Danger, danger, and voltage. It's not attainable. What's not attainable? It's 10:30. I've obviously drank more than half my bucket. I've got quite enjoyed myself tonight, though. Thanks very much for coming in. And see, that's now I'm going to have to buy a cider. It's not going to do me for next week. But cheers. I think maybe not going to the car boot sale this morning is maybe why I've got a little bit more effort. Just can't afford to buy any more fucking bikes. You'd have to buy me the bucky, man. Yeah, but it's like funny. It's like, I was sitting there and playing the girl, we're gonna take you to the hey! But see that, I mean, that's not difficult. It's not, it is simplicity at the same, but it's got feeling and there's something interesting going on. I mean, that's the thing about AC/DC. AC/DC, so many of the things are exactly the same. It's always got the same beat. It's always it's always, but there's variations round about it. Stay until 2. I mean, if you donate the 20 buckies first, with 20 times £8.50, work that out and give me the money. Of course I'll fucking stay on, but you have to give me the money first. Fucking, I know what bastards online are like. Build me a guitar and I'll buy it, and then I'll never fucking come back. And are you waiting? And can you hold the guitar for 2 weeks? Like, nope. Rock on. And good to see everyone. And see you at the gig on the 12th. I've had the 5th of September at a stupidly early time.